Give everyone another couple seconds as people are grabbing their things. And when you make your way back to your chair, come to the front of your chair. Let's set our posture tall. So shoulders rolled down and back, push your chest up. And you want to think about, like, if someone had a small string attached to the back of your head, if they pulled up on it, it would ever so slightly tuck your chin. Not that my chin's down at my chest, but there's a little bit of a tuck to my chin as I'm holding this posture. So this is our preferred posture that we'll come back to throughout our session today. So let's get started with some warm-up moves. I want to relax in and out of that posture. So this is the preferred posture. Go ahead and come into this position. Then I want you to kind of slump down out of it and then bring yourself right back into that tall posture. So chest up, shoulders are down, and a small chin tuck. And then relax, kind of let yourself slump, and then come back up into that posture. That looks really nice. Let's do 3 more. Slump down, and then come back up, tall posture, small chin tuck. Good. This is the posture that I want you to think about during the day. Have a posture check for yourself that maybe once on the hour, every hour, you check in with how your posture is. Are you slumped down? And if you are, reset into this tall position. This is going to help your neck be better supported, helps your spine be better supported in all of our movement. All right, so from here, let's move into some of our LSVT moves. So first we'll reach out in front of us with wide fingers, reach down towards the ground, reach up overhead, and then back. Let's cycle through that 10 times in total. Out, wide fingers, down towards the ground, up, reach overhead, and stretch back. Good, that's 2. Out, down, up, and back. 3. Out, down, up, and back. 4. Out, down, up, and back. 5. Out, down, up, and back. 6. Out, down, up, and back. 7. Out, down, up, and back. 8. 2 more. Out, down, up, and back. 9. Last one. Out, down, up, and back. Good. Reset that posture up tall, and we'll move into our twist. So holding this posture here, bring one arm out to the side, and we'll twist across. And as you twist, try to pivot that front leg around as well. And we'll reset here, each time checking in with that posture, making sure that it's up tall, shoulders are down. Let's do 10 this direction, and then we'll switch. 1. Open, wide fingers. 2. Open. 3. Open. 4. Open. 5. Open. 6. Open. 7. Open. 8. Open. 9. Open. 10. All right, switch arms. Arm out tall, posture's up tall, chin has a little bit of a tuck. All right, 10 times. 1. Open. 2. Open. 3. Open. 4. Open. 5. Open. 6. Open. 7. Open. 8. Open. 9. Open. 10. All right, we're going to give our feet a little bit of love today. We're going to be doing different ankle and foot exercises. So let's start with just a ankle roll. So one leg is out in front. You don't have to lift it in the air, but try to do 5 twists in one direction and then switch and turn your foot around the other direction. Go ahead and switch sides. Now other foot out in front of you. Do 5 ankle rolls in one direction and then switch sides. Good. Now with your feet on the ground, I want you to try to stretch your toes out wide and then scrunch them back up. And you don't have to do it with your hands. I'm just trying to demonstrate that if this was my feet, my toes are stretching out wide and then I'm scrunching them back up together. Let's do that 10 times. Stretch your toes out wide and then scrunch them back in and hold. Stretch your feet out as wide as you can. Scrunch back up. Let's do 6 more of those. 1, toes wide, and then scrunch them back together. 2, 3, 4, 2 more, 5, and 6. This next one I want you to do with your shoes off if you're not already barefoot. And we're going to use that towel that I had you grab to do some towel scrunches. So I'll pan my camera down so you can see what I mean. But you want to take your towel and put it under your feet. And you want to kind of start at the top of the towel. And you're going to use your toes to try to scrunch the towel down. Like I'm pulling it down towards my ankles. Hopefully that makes sense. So let everyone get into position. And I want you to think about doing bigger scrunches, bigger, slower scrunches versus quick, small ones. So really emphasize the movement and try, as we talk about in every other movement, moving big, overemphasize how big you're scrunching and go slower with it. So let's do 15 slow scrunches, really big. So pulling the towel down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, shake it out, give the feet a rest. We'll do that one more time. And with each movement, the towel shouldn't be moving a lot. It's not a big movement at all, but you want to feel the muscles in your arch working as you're pulling that towel back. These are called your foot intrinsic muscles. Let's do 15 more. Again, a bigger, slower scrunch than as opposed to quick little ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good. Keep your shoes off for this next one. This one is called foot arching or foot doming. So I want you to think about lifting your arch like your foot is a tripod. So like you're pushing through your heel, through your big toe, and through your pinky toe. And as you push, you're almost arching your foot a little bit. So it's not a full scrunch like you were just doing, and it's not rolling out to the side, but think about just arching your foot like if you're cupping your foot a little bit like that, so that you get a little bit more space under your foot right here. Like you're elongating your arch, if that makes sense. So let's try that. You can do it with both feet at the same time, and it doesn't have to be a big lift. It can be small, it's subtle, So it's like you're lifting that arch, and let's hold it for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. So as I'm lifting that arch, I'm maybe lifting this part of my foot, like an inch off of the ground, but all of my toes are still touching while I do that. Let's do 10 of these in total. We'll hold each time for 5 seconds. So go ahead and lift that arch, hold that support. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Try to keep your knees still so that just your foot, your arch is lifting, that you're not overcompensating for the movement with letting your knees lift. Go ahead and lift again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. And lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. And lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Halfway done. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift. Pushing down through your big toe, pinky toe, and heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next, I want you to cross one leg over your lap like this. I think I need a little bit more camera. So one leg is over your lap, and I want you to lift your foot up to the side, like you're turning it up and your foot is turning in, if you can see that. So let's lift 10 times with this foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and switch feet. Cross your other leg over your lap, and you're turning your foot up towards the ceiling, and like your foot is curling inward. Do 10 times with this leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to do 2 more exercises for your feet. Keep your shoes off. For this one, we'll put them back on in a minute, but go ahead and come into standing. And I'll keep my camera down to show you for this stretch, you can be standing behind your chair, and I want you to put one leg behind and one foot in front so that your heel is down. I'm keeping my knee straight and I'm leaning forward into that stretch on the back of my calf. Go ahead and get into this position. And you want to make sure that on your back foot, your toes are pointing forward, that they're not turned out to the side. They're all the way forward. Let's hold this position for 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Go ahead and switch so that the other foot is back behind you. And the leg that's behind you, that knee is straight and your toe is pointing forward. Let's hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, next we're going to move into heel raises. So try it first with both feet, and you can hang on while you're doing this. You don't have to do it without holding on. If that feels really easy, try it on one foot. So test it out. See if your challenge is with 2 feet together, or maybe your challenge is better set with 1 foot by itself. Always holding on when we do this. So let's do 12 times, whether you're doing 1 foot by itself or both feet together. We'll do another round so you can get the other side if you're doing one leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, switch legs if you were doing one leg, or if you're doing 2 feet together, we'll do another round with both feet to push off. 12 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, go ahead and put your shoes back on. These are some simple exercises that you can do to keep your feet mobile and keep those supportive muscles strong. If there were any that felt a little bit challenging, maybe those are ones that you want to spend a little time with. But we often talk about bigger muscle groups or bigger areas of our body, like our neck and our spine. But Parkinson's can affect your mobility of your ankles just as much. And so it's important to think about targeting all those different areas and joints. So today we're going to do some intervals, and I have 4 exercises for our intervals. Instead of doing a minute of each, I want to do 45 seconds because I want to do 3 rounds through with the same interval, but we'll take breaks as we go. So if you're still getting your shoes on, take your time, see if you can just watch me as I go through these exercises. The first one is a karaoke side step or grapevine. So with this one, you're going to be stepping 1 foot in front and stepping aside, and then stepping that same leg behind. So you're alternating between stepping in front and then stepping behind. And then once you get a handful of steps one way, switch the other direction. You can do this along the back of your couch, along a wall, along a countertop where you have some support. And I have a limited space that I'm working with. You don't have to stop when I do. You can keep going if you have more space. So that's the first exercise. The second exercise we're going to do is a march with a crunch. So you can do it with or without a chair. I'll show the option without using a chair first. So I'm going to march with one leg and bring my elbow up to that knee or down to that knee. So I'm going to keep my arms kind of wide in between. If you want to hold on for that, you would just be holding on with the other hand. Crunch and just switch, always holding on with one hand. So that's our second exercise. For the next exercise, I'm going to use my hand weight, and it's going to be a squat and press. So either you can switch hands or you can keep the same arm so that you can keep holding on to the chair as you're doing it. I'll show you what I mean. So it's going to be a squat, and then as I come up, I'm going to press with one arm. And then I'm going to switch and use the other arm. Or you could do it behind your chair. It just may be hard to hold on while you're holding on to the weights. Squat and press. So you could just drop one of the weights and keep that hand as the hand that's going to hold on for the whole time. And I'll tell you when to switch halfway through, or you could even do it without the weight and just do the arm motion. Press, and then you can switch just without using the weight. So choose your option that works best for you. You also have 2 different options for the last exercise. we have started to talk about this exercise before. This is part of an exercise called the Turkish Get Up. And I'm just going to show the first part of it today that we'll practice. So let me show this, but then I'll show another option too, if you're looking at me and thinking this is not for me, Katie. So for the Turkish Get Up, you want to lay down with one leg up. And you have an option. You can have the same arm up as the leg that's up, or you can push through both hands. So the first step is you sit up, this leg is still up, and I lift my hips. So for the first round of today's exercises, we're just going to go through that first part. Next time through, we're going to add a piece to it. But for the first round, we're going to do a sit up, and you want to do a bridge to lift your leg up. So sitting up, lifting up to do into a bridge. And I don't know if you can see, but this other leg is straight out. So when I sit up, my leg is out straight as I do that bridge. So that is the first part of the Turkish Get Up that we'll focus on in the first round of the intervals today. So if this is not for you and you know that this isn't something you're going to feel comfortable with, I want you to use that time to practice the sit to stand. So as we practice the sit to stand, practice a big forward weight shift to come up to standing. That's your option for the last exercise instead of the ground exercise. So those are our 4 moves. We'll take a break after the first round, and I'll show you the second piece that we're going to practice with the Turkish Get Up. So let me get my timer out. Like I said, we're only doing 45 seconds with these, and you'll have 35 seconds in between. All right. So first up is the karaoke. If you want something to hold on to, make sure that you are next to the wall or behind a couch, something where you can hang on. All right, let's begin. So stepping in front, then stepping behind. Step in front, step behind. Step in front, step behind. Step in front, and behind. See that a little bit better. And stepping in front with one leg, and then behind. 15 seconds left. These are short intervals today. All right, and rest. So you have 30 seconds to transition to the next exercise. It's our march with the opposite knee and elbow crunching together. So when the timer begins, we're going to be lifting the opposite arm and leg together. Or you can do it with a chair in front of you so that you're holding on. Find the option that works well for you, that you feel safe with. 5 seconds to get ready. All right, let's begin. Opposite elbow to knee. We only have 45 seconds with these, so try to push yourself. They're going to go quick. Already halfway done. Got to keep your arms wide in between. Good job. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Next, we have our squat and press. So you can grab your hand weights for this one if you want to use weights. And standing behind your chair is the option if you want to hold on. You can either press with the same arm and then switch arms halfway so you can keep one arm stable, or you can alternate arms that you're pressing with. About 5 seconds to get ready. All right, let's begin. Squat and press. So next time I'm going to switch my arms, squat and press. Good. Try to keep your chest facing up the whole time. Don't let it bend forward. Nicely done. If you've been using one arm, you can switch sides. Ten seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. 30 seconds to transition to our next exercise. You're either going to do a sit to stand during this one, or join me on the ground to do the beginning of the Turkish Get Up. I'll give another demonstration. You still have 15 seconds, but I'll give you a reminder of what this looks like. So one arm is up. I'm going to sit up and lift my hips into a bridge. Remember, if this isn't for you, you can do the sit to stand while we're doing this exercise. All right, let's begin. Either sit to stand or the beginning of the Turkish Get Up. Good job, you're already halfway done. You can use your hand to help you push. I'm pushing through my hand as I lift. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. All right, so I'm gonna pause this here so that I can show you the next step of the Turkish Get Up here. Grab some water, have a seat. So we're combining the first part that we did. You sit up and come into a bridge, and the leg that's straight, I'm gonna slide that underneath so that I come into a kneel. And to get back down, my hand comes back down, and I bring that leg back through to straighten it out and sit down. I'm gonna show that a couple more times. So I sit up the same way, I do a bridge the same way, and then I bring my leg that's straight underneath me so that I'm kneeling on that side. This leg that's bent never moves. Then I straighten that leg back out and lay down. I'll show it one more time. So I sit up, I come into a bridge, and that same leg that's straight comes through so that I'm into a kneeling position before coming back down. So that is the next step to try with the Turkish Get Up on our next round. But again, you can do the sit to stand if you're not comfortable trying that out. That is absolutely okay. But let's come back into standing and get ready for our karaoke. We're gonna start back at the top, grab a quick drink of water. If you need to, we'll have about 20 seconds before we begin the next round. Five seconds to get ready. Starting with our karaoke sidestepping. All right, let's begin. So 1 foot steps in front and then behind, in front and behind. Remember, you can walk alongside your countertop or the back of your couch or on your wall to give you some support if you want it. You don't have to walk this short distance that I am. You can keep extending your side stepping if you have more space. Nice job. 10 seconds left. All right, rest. 30 seconds to rest, and then we're transitioning to the marching with your opposite elbow to knee. That's our next exercise. Still have 20 seconds to transition and get ready. We're doing 45 seconds through each of these exercises. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's begin. Elbow to knee, and then arms come wide. Remember to hold on to the chair in front of you if you want some support. That looks great. Try to lift that knee super high. Halfway done. "15 seconds left. See how many more you can get in. Three, 2, and 1. All right, 30 seconds to rest. We're transitioning to the squat and press. You can do this with or without weight, or you can keep a hand on a chair in front of you if you want some support. I'll tell you when we're halfway through so you can switch, or you can alternate which arm presses. About 10 seconds to get ready. All right, let's begin. So we'll squat and one arm presses. You can alternate sides or keep one arm holding onto the chair, and I'll tell you when to switch. Nicely done. Go ahead and switch sides if you are using the same arm. Five more seconds. All right, and rest. 30 seconds to transition. This is either our Turkish Get Up or our sit to stand. So if you're not getting onto the ground, I want you to practice a sit to stand with a big forward reach. And for the Turkish Get Up, keep the same leg up that you were using last time so that we can add on to it and progress. Couple seconds to get ready. All right, let's begin. So I'm doing a sit up into a bridge, and this leg swings through so that I'm coming up into kneeling. Yeah, good job. And straighten that leg back out and lay back down. I sit up, come into a bridge, that leg comes through, and now I'm up into kneeling. Back down, leg swings through, and sit back down. Nicely done. Push up into a bridge, swing that leg through, and up into kneeling. 4 seconds left. Try one more. Up, lift up, swing that leg through, and come into standing. Excellent. All right, take a break, everybody. Grab some water. Really nice. You can come back into standing. We have one more round through. On this next time through, we're going to try with the Turkish Get Up with our other leg in front. So whatever knee you had bent last time, this next time around, switch so that your other knee is bent. And we'll jump right to that second part. We won't do the beginning part again. So I'll give everyone about another 40 seconds to grab some water and sit for a minute. We just have one more time through these intervals today. About 25 seconds, and then we'll get started with our exercises. First up is the karaoke stepping. Ten seconds to get ready. All right, and let's begin. So stepping forward and then behind. Forward and behind. "20 seconds left. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, 30 seconds to rest. Next, we're moving into the opposite elbow to knee. Ten seconds. All right, let's begin. Elbow to knee. Last time through this exercise. Good job. Go all out. This is the last time with it. Short intervals. Halfway done. Nice job bringing your arms back wide each time. Ten more seconds. Three, 2, and 1. All right. Grab your hand weights. Next for the squat and press. You can also do this without hand weights. 2 more exercises of our intervals. Ten seconds to get ready. 3, 2, and 1. Squat, and then one arm presses overhead. You can alternate or stick to the same side. Nice job. "15 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. All right, last exercise, part of our Turkish Get Up. You're either going to work on your sit to stands or join me down on the ground, and this time bring your other leg up. So if your right leg was bent last time, this time bend your left knee with your right leg out straight, and your left arm will be in the air. Have about 5 seconds to get into position. We're doing the opposite movement this time. Go ahead and begin. So you sit up, do a bridge, and slide that leg through to come into kneeling. Then we're doing the reverse. Come down, slide that leg through, sit and lay down. You sit up, into a bridge, bring that leg through, and you're up into kneeling. And back down, leg comes through, and lay back down. Nice job. Sit up, into a bridge, leg comes through, and up into kneeling. Sit, legs comes through, and down. All right, that's our time. Great job, everybody. Go ahead and grab a drink. We are going to be doing our floor exercises, our power moves on the ground next. So if you're content on the ground and want to stay here, you can. Or if you want to grab a drink of water first, you're welcome to. If you're not comfortable getting onto the ground today for our power moves, you can do our seated power moves while we do the ones on the mat. And I will talk you through those as we do them. I'm just going to re-angle my mat here. So I'll give everyone a couple minutes to grab some water before we start those. And then when you're ready, go ahead and join me laying on your stomach. You can always try this with a pillow under your stomach if this gives you pain on your low back. Grab my speaker here. So we're starting with the power up. So I'll show you if you're sitting, you're starting with your arms on your knees, bending forward, and then stretching your arms back wide as you sit back up. So if you're seated, this is your power move, power up. If you're laying on your stomach, you're starting with your elbows out to the sides and your chest is down. And as you push for the power up, push through your hands to swing your elbows in so that you're coming into this position. Exactly. Let's go ahead and do 10 of each of these. So go ahead and start in the down position. And let's count up by twos. 2. Back down. 4. Back down. 6. Down. 8. Down. 10. Down. 12. Down. 14. Down. 16. Down. 18. And 20. So we're starting from this position for our power rock, which is next. So I'm going to reach with one, whether I'm sitting or in this position, I'm reaching up and across with my arm, stretching to the side with wide fingers, and then I'm switching and reaching into the other direction, up and across. Same move, whether you're sitting or on your stomach, reaching across in that same way. Let's count up by threes this time. We'll do 10 on each side or 20 altogether. So this will be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45, 48, 51, 54, 57, and 60. Awesome. Next, we're moving into the power twist. So if you're sitting, you start with your arms wide and you're turning to clap before opening to switch to the other side. So if you're sitting, you can switch side to side, or you can stick to the same side, because for those of us who are on the mat, you're going to start with your bottom leg straight and your top knee bent, and we're going to stay on our side with our arms out in front. And for the move, you're going to open so that your arms come wide, and you're going to twist to bring your hands back together. So we're going to stick to the same side on our mats, and you can either switch or stay on the same side if you're seated. So let's count backwards. Let's do 10 here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and roll over to your other side. I'm just going to move my mat. So now you're laying on your opposite side, your opposite knee is bent so that it's touching the ground. You want to keep that knee touching the ground the whole time. And let's do 10 from this side. So arms are out in front of you and together. Let's count backwards from 20 by 2s. So stretch that arm back. This is 20, 18, 16. Oh, I screwed it up, didn't I? 15, we'll stop at 10. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. All right, roll onto your stomachs. Last, we have the power step. So starting from this position, if you're on your stomach, you're stepping out with your arms and then back in, and then stepping out and back in. You're going to be stepping outside with your foot if you're seated. This time we'll count backwards from 20. Then we'll count by 2s. So we'll end at 2. 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, and last one, 2. Awesome job. Let's make our way back up to your chair to finish with a cool down. Grab some water. And 1 more minute for everyone to get a drink, and then we'll start with some cool down stretches. Really nice job today. Let's start with some slow shoulder rolls. First, rolling forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's stretch out our shoulder. So bring one arm across your body and pull it close towards you. We'll hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's stretch out our neck. So roll your shoulders down and back. Bring one ear towards your shoulder. And you can use this hand to give a little bit of an extra pull. This hand can tuck behind your back or hold onto your chair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Roll your head to the other side and switch arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's give a torso twist. So go ahead and reach for the back of your chair and hold this position here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come back to the middle and stretch to the back of the other side of your chair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stretch one leg out in front of you. Keep this leg straight and bend forward at your hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch legs. Keep this knee straight. You can push down on your thigh and gently bend forward at your hips until you feel a stretch on the back of your thigh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Clasp your hands together and reach them forward like this, and you can arch your back a little bit while you do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's do a chest stretch. So elbows are bent. Stretch your arms back this way. You should feel a pull across the front or right in front of your armpit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we'll finish up there today. Thank you guys so much for exercising with me today. Nice to be with you. And we'll see you next week.